for the pin. Go for the pin.
Go for the pin wrestling review show. Mikey Q and King V.
Go for the pin.
Have a nice day every day.
Go for the pin.
Go for the pin.
Weekly wrestling review show. Keep killing it.
We're live, pal. Welcome
We're live,
to episode 62. We are back and we are black. I am Mikey Q, and I am joined, as always, by
King V, aka Sean Paul Levesque, and we are here.
Oh man, never cease to amaze me that you're able to come up with a different name every week.
Listen, I would like to thank me and my brain for coming up with this. Yeah.
Well, as you guys can see,
all right, man.
As you guys can see, I'm on location this week, guys.
Yeah.
On location. You know, this is
He's
what
on location. I am, located at my house.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm so dedicated to go for the pin that I'm doing this on the road. You know, so yeah. But welcome to Go for the Pin. As I said, we are here to talk a little wrestling, you know. Last week we covered up until about Dynamite, I believe. At that time, I don't think V had seen Dynamite yet. But did you go back and watch Dynamite from last week yet? No? Okay, we'll skip.
All right. No, I'm gonna look, you guys, I'm gonna be real transparent, but not as transparent that you know my business. It's been a very hectic past month, so I haven't gotten a chance to watch certain shows, but of course, that's where Mike comes in. That's where Mike comes in.
Yeah.
We're live, pal. That's where Mike comes in.
Yeah.
And
well, I pointed this way. Oh, I'm pointed this way, and you're actually this way, you know, on camera. So yeah, you know.
Yeah.
We're acting like we've never done live live
like we haven't been doing this for over a year now.
Yeah 62 episodes
62. But yeah, so I haven't gotten a chance to really watch all of wrestling like how I usually do, but I'll get back to it when I get the free time to, you know, I am a master of many things, so yeah.
Okay. Well, we're here this week, and let's just jump right into it. Let's go right into SmackDown here. Okay, so SmackDown Live was about the King of the Ring and the Queen's. What do they call it? The Queen's Crown is what
I have so much to say about that, but let's talk about SmackDown first before we get to the Queen. How my feelings about the Queen's Crown and how I think it's some here nigga damn shit.
Oh,
and just like, you know, like how Evolution was here nigga damn.
Well, yeah,
never to happen again. But
WWE's not doing it again.
No, and it's the actual tournament. But we'll get there. SmackDown.
Let's go right to SmackDown here. So, SmackDown opened with Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. Outside, well, in the ring, excuse me. So outside, we had Sasha Banks on the announce table. We had Bianca Bel-Air in the ring with Sonya and Adam, and we had Becky Lynch sitting in the rampway area. Okay, I said last week that I would rate SmackDown a rating down because of a contract signing. Okay, I didn't hate this. I thought that it was nice to have them in three separate places, but still in the same place, I guess you could say. I thought that was cool. This segment led to a fight between Bianca, Becky, and Sasha, and Bianca showed the power that she has and was able to put both Sasha and Becky through a table via the KOD. What did you think of this opening segment? And where do you think this is going between those three at Crown Jewel? But talk about SmackDown first.
So this was the only part of SmackDown I enjoyed. So let me just go ahead and start with that, because SmackDown to me was awful. And once I get to my rating, you're gonna understand why. But great segment by Becky, Sasha, and I was almost said Bayley. Becky, Sasha, and Bianca.
Yeah.
And Bianca proves why she's a star.
Yeah.
And that she can hang with the best of them.
Yeah. And I just want to say hello to Jonathan Profits, as always. Support JPS Music 15 on everything. Welcome to the show, as always. You know, hopefully we're able to entertain you and everybody else out there. So, yeah. But yeah, okay. So you said that Bianca showed that she can hang out there, and that, you know, that was your favorite part of the whole segment. I mean, the whole show.
The whole show.
Okay. So I liked a lot of things. See, this is what we do on Go for the Pin, right? We don't just talk about the segment. I like the fact that when Bianca got Sasha and Becky up for the KOD,
go ahead, talk about it.
You can tell. So Sasha, being Sasha, was able to kind of orchestrate that whole thing, and Becky also, in mid spot, Sasha's like talking to Becky and talking to Bianca, and I think what was supposed to happen was she being Bianca, pronouns pal, was supposed to put both of them through the table at the same time. But I think what was happening was Sasha was falling off, and she realized she was falling off, was able to adjust. They adjusted in midair and still made the spot look cool. I thought that was phenomenal work. If that wasn't planned, it made it look even better. If it was planned, kudos to all of them, you know, for pulling that off. I thought that was a great spot. I just want to say that.
It was honestly the little things of that segment that made me really enjoy it. It's just the fact that, you know, Bianca is a great person. She's over. Let's not play. And how, you know, Sasha and Becky both being the veterans in this particular case, or more, well, they've been wrestling around the same time. I think Becky's been wrestling a little bit longer, but they showed why they would be perfect opponents for Bianca, and I'm excited to see what this will lead to next. I'm not watching Crown Jewel. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
So, okay, all right, hold on. Before we move past that, I wanted to say this actually on the show to you. I think we might have to. They're actually building this thing.
Who is we?
I know we don't speak French here. Well, you might. I don't know. But I don't speak French. So I'm talking about us, okay?
Parlez-vous français?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what you just said, B. I don't know. Shout out to all my people that speak. Shout out to all my people that speak French.
You speak French, nigga. What the fuck?
I don't speak French.
No, Spanish is my language. But anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, just this card alone, you have the triple threat between Bianca, Sasha, and Becky. You have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. You have Edge and Seth Rollins and Hell in a Cell. They're really putting a lot into this pay-per-view. I did not want to watch this at all, but they're kind of selling me on it. I do want to see Seth and Edge. Like that's one of the things I want to see the triple threat as well. Like they're kind of selling me on this thing here. And I normally don't support the Crown Jewel pay-per-views at all. I might have to watch this one. I might. You don't have to. I'll watch it for the both.
Oh no, because I'm not watching anything Blood Money related.
Okay, that's fair.
That's just me.
That's fair. I might have to. I might.
That's so King V. All right.
You go to That's So Raven just now? All right. So actually no, somebody named Raven. Anyway, so AEW putting on that pressure. We will actually talk about that.
Absolutely, because we got to.
Oh yeah, because we got a big week coming up here. Wow. It's one of the reasons we're actually on Wednesday here tonight, because there is no AEW Dynamite on right now as we record.
No, it's actually hockey, and I didn't know AEW wasn't on today.
Yeah,
I looked. I was like, I don't watch hockey. No shade to hockey. Everybody that likes hockey. It's not my personal sport of preference. I do like the Mighty Ducks, and that's really as far as my hockey knowledge goes.
All right. Well, all right. So.
So
Disney movie? All right.
Yeah,
well,
the Mighty Ducks great.
It was an amazing
great. But Yeah, for me, King V is not. King V is not supporting the Blood Money pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I don't care who you put on. You could put Jesus on that, and I'm not watching it.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm sorry. I'm just not. Whomever you pray to, Allah,
Yeah.
Buddha, Baphomet. I don't
When I
care.
say
I'm
Buddha,
not watching. Not that Buddha.
All right. Yeah. All right.
The Baphomet. I don't. Satan. I'm not watching it. I'm not
All right.
watching it. I'm just, Yahweh. I'm not watching Blood Money pay-per-view. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Okay. So, guys, you heard it here. We won't be reviewing Blood Money or.
Well, you can, and I will listen,
Okay.
but I won't be. King V won't be.
Okay. Well, let's keep going. Sami Zayn defeated Rey Mysterio by pinfall. There's more dissension within the Mysterio family. Hold that thought. The Lord and Savior with the random running. Oh man. Oh boy. All right.
I think God had his one-time WWE moment, and I don't think
we're not doing
that again.
No. We're not doing this. We're not talking about Shawn Michaels and God versus the McMahons. We're not doing this.
Because what the fuck? That was
happened.
That was blasphemous.
That happened. That actually happened. And here we are talking about it, even though I'm not talking about that happened.
I mean, Katie Vick
I do
also
want to say JR's call on that at the very end. Do you remember what JR said right as the 3 count happened? And they
did
now
he say? I forgot
everything. But
damn, did they?
Yeah. So JR, it was like, okay, McMahon had pinned Shawn Michaels and God to win a match, and okay, Jonathan said he'll help me with Blood Money. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool. Here we go. But basically, the pinfall happened, and JR said, "Oh, this is bullshit." And then the King is just like, "JR," he's like, "I'm sorry, but it is blasphemy." And then just they edited out everything. Right. JR was very upset about it. Put it that way. But
what the fuck?
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Sami Zayn advances over Rey Mysterio. We get a video package for Edge and Seth Rollins. Tony Storm loses to Zelina Vega in about 2 minutes. To advance into the next round of the tournament. Go ahead, V.
All right. So this is what I say about the Queen's Crown tournament. It's like a here nigga damn. Yeah. You could have made something equivalent to the King of the Ring tournament, and it could have been good.
Okay.
And then you do that. Now, I'm not mad at the fact that Zelina beat Tony.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the problem that I have. The problem that I have is the way that they're booking that in comparison to the way that they're booking the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is, this is a first ever, an inaugural thing, not first annual. It is an inaugural thing.
Yeah.
And they decide to give, it's like the Diva era is back. I mean, but then again, John Laurinaitis is also back in creative, so clearly, and, all of that inhaling crap. Anyway, it's just for the fact that you could have had something that could have meant something, and that could have elevated a young talent. And we'll get to Carmella versus Liv Morgan later. And that could have elevated a young talent, and it could have, it could make their career. A lot of people's careers were made via the King of the Ring tournament. We have the Owen Harts. We have that infamous Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And, we have Macho, when Macho Man weren't King of the Ring. And then it's so much that they could have done. And it's just like, okay, King of the Ring, but for women. And you know what? Everything's going to get 2 minutes. And thank you. It's regressing.
Read a comment. Just for
here's my problem with Jonathan said, here's my problem with the women's division. We went back to giving women 3 minute segments. That's the problem that I have. And it's just like, okay, well, this whole bullshit evolution, I thought it was always bullshit because, hey, but it's like we have something good, and then I feel like they're gonna drop it like they did Evolution. It's no reason why that Evolution couldn't have happened again, especially with the surge in popularity that women's wrestling is rightfully getting. And it's like they just did this just because, like, oh look, we have a women's tournament, yay, vaginas, and it's just like, it's just like they're just doing it for the optics, and the optics aren't good because you give us 2-minute matches. If there was a legitimate, because the only person that we'll get to Raw later, only one of those people that's in the bracket should have a 2-minute match because it made sense. This didn't make sense. If they would have just had Zelina and Tony have a good match, because people forget that Thea is a good wrestler. People forget that. And Tony Storm's fucking a beast. And they could have put on a good match, even if Tony would have lost. They could have made it look good. But they didn't do that. They just gave him 2 minutes, and so Roman Reigns can. I'm not saying, I'm not blaming Roman, but Roman Reigns takes 45 minutes to get to the ring. Like, okay, like you could cut that at least by. You can cut that at least by 15 minutes. Like, bro, we don't need the whole show. Like, you don't need to come out the whole show. Like, it just makes us. You're not the Undertaker, but you know how I feel about him. But my whole thing is, it's like the way that it's being booked is just like, okay, we have a women's tournament. You guys asked for it. We gave it to you, but it's not gonna be what you want. Yeah, it is just, and it's unfortunate. And I feel bad for the women because all of them that are in these brackets could do longer matches, even if it was like an 8-minute match. It's fine, but these 2-minute quick matches that didn't make any sense. It's like insulting. It's like you're taking us back to the Diva era, where remember that match that caused the Give Divas a Chance, where it was the Bella Twins versus Emma and Paige, I believe. I'm sorry, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. And then like Emma lost in like 45, 20. She 45 seconds or something like that. It was match short, and it was just like one of those things. Like, okay, then they're gone, and then there's no other women's matches during the whole show, and it's just like, come on, it's like, you can't say that we have the best women's division in all the sports entertainment. And then showcase them like that. Thank you. And Jonathan just said, King of the Ring has made mid-card wrestlers into legends. What is the point of a Queen's Crown tournament if you don't showcase the true potential of women superstars? Thank you. And that's my whole problem with how they've been booking this whole entire segment. Like everything, like all of the matches, with the exception of the woman Shayna Baszler, which makes sense. That's the only one that would make sense. And it's just like, what's gonna happen? Like, I hated that. But moving on. I'm sorry, I had to get that.
I think that you guys have already mentioned that they're going back to these 3-minute, 2-minute matches with the women, and it's definitely showing us that they don't care about the women's division anymore.
But they never cared. They just wanted to make sure.
For a short period, they did. I think they did for a short period, and then they kind of just went back to the old WWE way there. But let's keep going. So you mentioned Roman Reigns. Well, he came out after Zelina defeated Toni Storm, which, let me just say that I am happy for Zelina. It's a shame that Toni Storm is kind of being jobbed out the way she is, but I am happy for Zelina.
I'm also happy for Zelina. It's just that they could have made that make a little bit more sense. Just a little bit. And another thing, they made the brackets for both of these tournaments so damn obvious of who's going to win. I'm tapping out. You know what? I think... You know what? Who you think is gonna win, Jonathan? I don't think it's gonna win, but we'll get there.
Leave it in the comments. Who do you think is gonna win, Jonathan? Let me know.
Yeah, if I'm thinking who I think you're thinking, I don't think she's gonna win. But leave it in the comments, but do not put it. Don't post it, Mike. I just want to.
Don't post it. Okay, I won't
don't
post it.
post
I just, okay.
But
All right.
it's just disappointing. But yeah, back to Roman Reigns.
Yes, Roman comes out there and there's a segment with the Bloodline. And he questions Paul Heyman about Brock Lesnar being a free agent. Paul says that Brock is lying, and that Brock has not met a match like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will defeat Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel for the Universal Championship and retain his title, basically. I know you said the opening segment was good. I thought this was really strong. I thought this whole stuff with Roman and Paul, Paul's facial expressions and everything, I thought all of that was great. You see Jonathan's comment, right?
Yeah, I do. I agree with you for the men's, and I disagree with you for the women's.
Okay. I think women. I think that they're trying to make the women's one too obvious, but we'll see what happens. Okay. So then we had Carmella versus Liv. Carmella defeats Liv.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
This one in particular pissed me off because there's been I'm not gonna say that I'm not a journalist. I'm not a wrestling journalist. I have said this before. I'm gonna say it again. King V is not a wrestling journalist. I did not go to journalism school. Shout out to the journalists. Shout out to the wrestling journalists that are out there. Especially the black ones that have sense. And
we're media now.
Whatever.
I have a media pass in my room. We're media. We're media.
I'm not giving myself that much. But this in particular pissed me off, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's been multiple reports stating that Liv Morgan was supposed to win. I've seen that many times that Liv Morgan was supposed to win. Now, why did they pencil in Carmella to win at the last minute? I don't know. Were they trying to do the whole Carmella and Zelina friends turn into foes bullshit? Like, honestly, and thank you. Oh well, go ahead. Liv was my original pick before the tournament started. Obviously, Corey Graves was stuff. Ooh, yikes.
Wow.
Yikes. I honestly, out of everybody that
has so much pull, but okay. Sorry.
Because of who was there out of that bracket, Liv Morgan was the person that I personally wanted to win.
Yeah.
But that it didn't do much for Liv. It doesn't help Liv at all unless she's gonna win the Royal Rumble. At this point, at this point, she's gonna have to win the Royal Rumble because I don't. It sucks because Liv is over, and the thing about when you get over by yourself, it's like it seems that you always end up suffering because you get over by yourself, and that match actually pissed me off more than the Zelina Tony one, because it was just like Liv was built. Or not even built. Liv got over because people like her. She's likable. And, she's fun. You can tell she has the charisma. She's getting there with the wrestling, and it's just like, how much longer does Liv have on her contract? I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. Honestly, at this point,
I could try to find out.
It pisses me off because it's like, you want to bring in younger stars, or you want people younger to be built as stars. And their whole thing is if they're not force feeding us, then they don't like it. And it's like the people are literally honestly behind Liv, and it's just like it makes no sense why she shouldn't go to the end as to why she should lose to Carmella. That is annoying. Like, that's irritating. And it's just like, and it's not as like the Carmella. Let me just start there. Not as like
former women's champion.
Yeah, and a former Money in the Bank winner. It's not as like the Carmella. But my whole thing is, at this point, this is Liv's time, and their whole thing is, if they don't want you to get over, you're not going to.
Right.
And it's disappointing because if Liv would have won, the pop that she would get as she moved forward, even if she lost in the finals, that could have made her. That could have made her career. That could have made her career. And it's disappointing that they're doing stuff like this, and they're doing it in such a short amount of time. And it's just like they just said, okay, we're just gonna go ahead. It's like putting burgers on a grill with no fucking seasoning. It's like you're just gonna put it, just slap it on there, flip that bitch over, and just let it cook. And it's like it has no taste to it, and now it's bland. Like it's irritating. It's irritating because like you would think we have made so much progress with the women's evolution, and they're going exactly back to what it was. And the whole thing is, if you're not a horsewoman, or Alexa, or at this point now Bianca, then nobody truly cares. And it's like the people do care, but when we show you that we care, it's like, no, we want this, we want this, we want this. And they're going to book themselves into a point where people are going to hate the tournament, not because of who is going to win, or not, it's because it's obvious at this point, and because this is like, you just slap this shit together at last minute. It's like, okay, like, once again, here, nigga, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jonathan says she was only women's champ because she cashed in. Carmella ain't winning no straight up title match. I mean, she had the title for 4 months, but okay.
She did. She legitimately beat Charlotte and Asuka.
Yeah, because they fired the other guy that was with her for a little bit, and then he came back, and then yeah.
I mean, well, you know,
let's not talk about that guy anymore.
Chin up, Buttercup, but okay.
I can't. All right, let's keep going here.
Let's keep going.
Carmella advances. We have Kevin Owens and Happy Corbin and Mad Cat. Just the nothing segment. They beat up Kevin Owens again. Feel bad for my boy KO. But I probably shouldn't because he's probably making good money. Okay, so we had the King of the Ring tournament first round match. We had Finn Balor versus Cesaro. This was pretty good.
This was a good match.
Hold on. Chin up, cause he ain't got no chin. See what I'm leaving.
I love when people catch my slick comments. I just love it. It's great.
Yeah. I'm going home. All right, so Finn Balor defeats Cesaro.
Speaking of chins, fuck touching literature. But anyway, go ahead. Moving on.
I guess I gotta delete that picture of my phone. All right, but anyway, Finn Balor defeats Cesaro via pinfall. I was always wondering what I should do with that on a side note, but anything about this match here, Finn Balor and Cesaro? And,
no, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I was entertained.
Yeah. Yeah, pal. All right, so let's keep
Mike should know what to do. He's been dealing with me for 20 plus years.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Wow.
Nah, it's all love. It's all love.
We'll talk about this after the fucking show then.
No. I'm running out of the studio once we're done. Anyway, so we get the main event segment. Seth Rollins comes out to challenge Edge after he invaded Edge's home last week. Okay, so why is Seth Rollins not in jail? Not sure, but whatever. It's wrestling. Edge attacks Seth Rollins at ringside. Seth takes a powder. Edge accepts the match for Crown Jewel, and we go off the air, and that was SmackDown. What do you think about this? Okay, I love the Rollins Edge segment. Yeah, I did too.
It was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It was like I said, there's a couple of things on this show that I enjoyed. Rollins and Edge. I enjoyed Paul and Roman. I enjoyed the opening segment with the contract signing, even though I hate contract signings. Yeah, I thought Cesaro and Balor was good. Yeah, I didn't hate SmackDown. What did you think of this?
SmackDown gets a 1 count for me because it was awful overall.
Wow. All right. Where?
Yeah,
I can't even find
SmackDown
one thing.
sucked.
Wow.
It did. SmackDown sucked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that draft, it was a rough draft because it was not. Shout out to the last episode title,
Yeah.
but it was rough because because it just wasn't. I didn't like it. It wasn't good. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna give SmackDown a 2 count. I didn't hate it as much as V. I enjoyed the segments more than the King of the Ring. If you ignore the King of the Ring stuff. Oh, and how did we forget? We had a backstage between Sonya and Naomi says, "I'm sick of this. I want a match." And Sonya's like, "You know what? All right, you got a match next week." And Naomi's like, "Great, against who?" And then Sonya's like, and the timing on this was great, right? Sonya waited, me. And oh man, the pop from the crowd, and just Naomi saying, "Great," and it just walks off. Like I thought that was good stuff too. So yeah, SmackDown gets a 2 count for me. I didn't.
I smell shenanigans.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think we're gonna get that match yet, but we might, because I guess this is a good time to talk about the fact that SmackDown, for everybody that's listening here in the States, SmackDown will be on FS1 on Friday. Now, competing with SmackDown, okay, only for Naomi to lose. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen this time around. And then
I mean, as usual, they love having Naomi lose
to set up for a bigger win.
I just want her to turn heel at this point.
Okay, well, yes, but this Friday night for people in the States, FS1 is hosting SmackDown. And then on the other channel, on TNT, we have Rampage. Now, apparently SmackDown will be going head-to-head with AEW Rampage this Friday night. SmackDown is extended by a half an hour, and Rampage will be live with them. So, give me 1 second, and in my opinion, Naomi will not be the next person to join the Bloodline. ... Eyes emoji. What do you got to say about that one, V?
You know what? TBD, because I want her to totally be the next person to join the Bloodline. I mean, granted, she is a part of the Bloodline by marriage and not by actual blood.
Yeah.
I mean, you have space for Tamina, who I believe are cousins. They're cousins, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So, Tamina would make more sense, genetically. Yeah. But I think Naomi's been a face for a long time.
Yeah, she has.
And she's a natural baby. You know what? Don't put that comment on. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Don't put it back up there. Put it back up there. Put it back up there.
All right.
Yeah. The latest WWE signing will be the next. And you know what? Part of me agrees. Part of me does not. Because I don't know how they're going to work that. Because if you watched NXT, there was a vignette on that particular signing. A very good one at that. And I think that person is going to be in NXT for a while before they have them join the Bloodline. See how I'm using non-gender specific pronouns?
Yeah.
Pronouns foul.
Yeah.
But if you know the recent signings of WWE, and then you know who I'm talking about, or who Jonathan's talking about. But not yet. I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay. Well, back to this Friday. It's head-to-head competition. SmackDown will still be on the air when Rampage is on. And Tony Khan says, "Bring it on. I'm ready." And now what Tony's doing next week, he's right. Just bring it. Exactly. And now Tony's also giving us an hour buy-in from 9 o'clock on YouTube to complete with SmackDown. And he being Tony just did an interview today, October 13th, as we record this, saying that I didn't want to compete with them. They're trying to compete with me. We've had that time slot. They want to go and extend it by a half an hour. So you know what? All right, this is what we're going to do. They want to play with me. I'm ready. That's what he said, basically. So, I like Tony's attitude.
Yeah.
Is Rampage going to get killed in the ratings to SmackDown? Yeah. They are, but
You
you
think
know
so?
what? Yes, yes, I do. But I love Tony's energy. You know, I love Tony's energy. I do. All right, maybe not killed. I shouldn't say killed because they're still going to be on TNT, and SmackDown's going to be on FS1.
This one.
And SmackDown notoriously draws lower on FS1 than they do when they're on Fox. So
unless they're doing that strategically to be like, like, yeah, we're gonna do this just because, and then let you feel your. Oh, I was gonna say something really vulgar. Feel yourself real quick, and then here we go with this, that, and the third. I'm not sure. I'm very interested to see what both shows are going to give us. I mean, we kind of already know what both shows are going to give us, as it pertains, especially with the buy-in. I was like, oh, they're really coming hard with it.
1 second here. So yes, 2 hours is always better than one. Jonathan says, Eric, haven't seen my boy Corona in the building in a long time. What's up? What's up? How you doing, bro? Hope everything is good with you. Appreciate you watching us. Even if it's only for a little bit, we appreciate it. Yeah, so I think that this is gonna be interesting. Give me 1 second. Can we talk about how this chick from 90 Day Fiance is wrestling? Who is it?
Holmes? Hold on, let me do my Googles.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this.
I personally don't watch 90 Day Fiance. However, come a space.
Hold on. All right, let me. We have to do our Googles here. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Hold up.
Eric says look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I didn't know about this. All right. Well, while V's doing that,
I'm doing that. Go ahead and continue.
Eric says she's doing amateur wrestling. Oh,
look, Paula.
Okay, yeah,
Paula
something.
Blaze Mayfield. I wish I knew. I wish I watched 90 Day Fiance so I would know exactly who this is. Okay. Oh, she's Colombian. Shout out to the Latinos. She's Colombian.
He said yes, her.
Oh wow.
Mayfield.
Paula Blaze. Oh, I need to. I'm gonna look into it. I want to see what she has.
Yeah.
I don't know much about 90 Day Fiance. I've heard of it. I've heard people talk about it, but I've never personally watched it. But if she's, good luck to her. She's beautiful, actually. Wow, she's gorgeous.
All right,
if she has it, she has it. I'm gonna see if I can find a
I'm not.
I'm looking at the but she's gorgeous. If she has it, she has it. Good luck to her.
I'm gonna put her on the screen here.
Good luck to her. I'm always gonna
Paula Mayfield.
Paula. It is P-O.
Yeah.
P-A-O-L-A Mayfield.
Mayfield. All right. As soon as I find her here, I'll put her on the screen for you guys. But yeah, okay.
Wow.
I mean,
that's cool. You know what? I wish her all the best. I really do. Oh my God! Do not put the comment up there.
I don't even see the comments.
Jesus Christ!
I don't.
Oh God! Oh Lord Jesus!
Oh yeah! Let's keep it going.
Oh Lord! Oh jeez!
I found the picture.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to leave.
That's my boy Corona, by the way.
I am going. I'm going to bed. I can't.
Okay. Oh, okay. I actually found a wrestling picture of her. See if I can put up that. Trying to share my screen here, but we are live. But everybody that's listening to the audio version,
yeah, we are live. I'm gonna start watching 90 Day Fiance because I hear it gets messy. I love mess. But yeah, good luck to her. Shout out to anybody that's pursuing their wrestling dreams. An aspiration.
Jonathan says too much of a Becky Lynch look-alike though. Okay, I mean
because her hair is orangish, orange, whatever, mac and cheese, whatever is in the 64 pack of Crayola. And if you have money, you need the 6-pack. But
yeah. Let me see.
I mean, hey,
Can I
you know,
share
like
this?
I said, good luck to her. If she's a fan of wrestling and she's putting in the work, I don't have anything bad to say. You know, I ain't got much. She's
Yeah.
really.
It's not allowed. Okay, there we go. It's allowing me to share it there. But yeah, so that's I mean,
I want to
for the
see what
people that
she.
don't
I want to see
listen,
what she can do. I'm gonna
Eric
watch
asked
to
if
see if she has any matches, and we'll get back to that next week.
okay. Well, yeah, we'll definitely address that next week. So, all right. Let's get out of it. Thank you, Eric. I didn't even know about that, bro. So,
I had no idea.
yeah. All right. Is her passion for the sport genuine? I don't know. I can't say because I don't know too much about her.
I don't watch.
So,
I don't watch the show. So
yeah.
if it was something like she talked about it, then I could be like, oh, probably, most likely.
Yeah.
If she capitalizing, I mean, if she's capitalizing on her fame, shit. If you have a name, why not? I don't see the problem. You know, if you already been on a TV show before, just like how people have done, you know, other sports competitions or, you know, Olympics and stuff like that, and you know they want to capitalize on their gold medal wins or on their fame. Why the fuck not? I have no idea. Like, I don't have a problem with that. You know, capitalize, get your name out there. There's no problem. There's no issue with getting your name out there as long as it was something good.
Yeah. And we'll, like I said, we'll address Paula is how you pronounce her name.
Paula.
We'll address her more next week. And yeah, love you too, bro. Definitely. So let's keep going here. All right, so we had hold on. So can we agree that we kind of messed up by putting the team of Mexican wrestlers coming to the stage with a lawnmower? We're talking about the Mexicals, I believe, from back in the day.
Yes. And yes.
She's 33. Okay, cool.
She's okay. She's fairly young, so yeah. But yes, they fucked up. But then again, you know, WWE stereotypes is like bread and butter. It's what they're good at. But moving on.
They put Super Crazy, Juventud Guerrera, and Super Crazy. Yeah, and I think in Psychosis, I believe also. All together and made the Mexicals, and that was their gimmick.
They came in on lawnmowers.
Yeah,
lawnmowers.
Well, Crime Time. Anybody remember that too? Yo. All right. So anyway, let's keep going here. And shout out to
what? Shout out to JD and rest in peace.
That's my guy.
Rest in peace, Shad.
Definitely rest in peace to Shad. Yeah.
But
Yo, coming straight from the hood. I'm like, all right, fam. But anyway, I'm like, all right, fam.
What the fuck you know about the hood? You're not from mine, so let's not.
All right, so let's keep going. I'm just gonna run through Rampage since you didn't see it. CM Punk defeated Daniel Garcia in a very good match. Daniel Garcia just has it. Daniel Garcia just has it. I'll put it up, but I'm not reading it. CM Punk win.
God, we are gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna get taken down. We're gonna get taken down. And it's not because of me this time.
We'll be fine.
Leo just like a certain comedian. Never mind. Go ahead. Move on. Go.
Leo Rush is a scammer. Okay, he wants to help Martin. Yeah, this is just this is real.
Firefest. I don't even know how to address that comment. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I be seen none of the above?
Right.
Can I just?
Yeah.
Jesus? Can I read the Bible?
The Acclaimed lost to the Lucha Brothers in a title match, which was pretty quick. It was pretty much nothing there. Jay Cargill beat Sky Blue again, 90-second squash.
Doll. Sorry, I love Jay Cargill.
Yeah. Of course. And in the main event, we had a Philly street fight between Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. This was pretty good. Ricky Starks retained after shenanigans due to Team Taz, and Ricky was busted open. We had blood. Yeah. So Rampage was good.
I thought you were gonna say Philly cheesesteak, and I was just like, what?
No, but CM Punk did mess up on Dynamite last week and said Philly cheesesteak. and they was like, no, cheesesteak. It's like, oh, you guys like cheesesteak, like, because Punk is so great on top. He's like, all right, how about I buy you guys all cheesesteaks, and everybody pops. Either I buy you all cheesesteaks or I wrestle tonight. Which one do you guys want? And these idiots in Philly chanted cheesesteaks. But anyway,
wait. First of all, after wrestling event, you're gonna be hungry. I would like por qué no los dos because why not both? Like, can we get both?
Love you, bro. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yes, and be safe out there. Be safe. I'm not gonna get into what I'm not reading that. I'm not gonna get into what Eric does, but it's just
okay. Yeah, be careful. Yeah.
Yes, be safe out there. All right. Always a pleasure having Eric stop by. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, that was Rampage. I give Rampage, since you didn't see it. I give it a 2 count.
Okay,
a 2 count. I thought it was good. It was good. All right. Jonathan, if you're still with us, if you watched Rampage, let us know. If you didn't, it's all good. We'll keep going. All right. So let's get the 2 count out the way. Before we keep going, I want to talk about some of the stuff that happened over the weekend. So a couple of things that happened, right? A couple of things that I was personally interested in. Yeah. 2 count for Jonathan. Okay, cool. All right. So GCW had their big weekend in Atlantic City. And they're actually coming to the New York area January 23rd. It's going to be at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Hammerstein Ballroom. That's what you know it as. That's what we're calling it. The Hammerstein Ballroom. It's been the Hammerstein Ballroom since when I was a young warthog. Yeah.
Yeah, not Hammerstein. Hammerstein Ballroom. All right. So just a couple
iconic place of wrestling.
Of course. Legendary for ECW and a couple other things back in Ring of Honor, a lot of other places, a lot of other companies, I should say. So just going through it real quickly. Trisha Dora defeated Marty Bell.
My girl, the doll,
and Sahara. Yeah, I do too. Met her. She's a pleasure. And Sahara 7 in a 4-way. What else happened? Mercedes Martinez defeated Holly Dead. Carlito defeated JJ Garrett. Yes, Carlito. That Carlito. I spit in the face of people
who want to be cool.
Yeah. So it was always nice seeing Carlito still working. Great shape. I still to this day don't know how he wasn't hired by WWE last year when he did earlier this year when he showed up at the Rumble. I mean, that is a travesty. Yeah. And the semi-main event for Friday's show was Kiera Hogan versus Sasha Steelz in a no disqualification street fight match. Oh my God. Right. So my 2 girls going at it there. I was torn, man.
Fire in as well as flavor.
Let me tell you, okay, this was not a PG show. I mean, you had the whole thing before this match even started, because if you guys watch Impact, you know they are feuding or were feuding. And the whole thing with that was that Tasha wanted to reform Fire and Flavor after the Hurt Business got back together. She said, "Hey, Kiera, so the Hurt Business is back together.
Anything?
Yeah." And Kiera said, girl, we got to talk first." I love that. Right? So this was how they talked. So at the beginning of the match, the people that didn't see the match, right? At the beginning of the match, they did some talking. And I mean, you had Tasha saying, "You ain't shit without me," and this and the third. Kiera was like, "You ain't shit without me." Like it was really like, I got you hired. That was me. Like Kiera was saying that she got what she did. She did. And Tasha was like, "You wouldn't have never been a champion if it wasn't for me." I was like, "Ooh, like, yeah, they was throwing haymakers." This was a good hardcore match. You can tell they were trying to protect each other because it was 100 people there. Like you're not gonna try to kill yourself in front of 100 people. I'm sorry, you're not doing that. There was some spots where I was just like, "All right, girls, like,
all right, y'all, Come on now.
Yeah, like you both have to be at TV next week. Like, let's calm down here. Like, but in the end, it ended in a no contest because Holly Dead, the person that faced Mercedes Martinez, got involved because Tasha got involved in her match earlier. So this led to her interfering, and Kiara, and I quote, said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Right? And Holly took her out too. Right. So yeah, and then after the match, because that was so violent, right? After everything they did, this is in the crowd called BS on it, and they should have.
Yeah.
Because it was so violent, that attack that happened, it was ruled a no contest. And I'm like, fam, really? Like,
I mean,
really?
yeah.
But I get it. And after the match, the whole crowd was chanting, "Hug it out," and they both was like, "Girl, come in." Like they had this big hug, and it was nice. They made up, and it was nice. I just wanted to talk about that because those are my girls right there, and they had a really good match. It wasn't an amazing like 5-star classic, but it was really good. Don't care really about the main event. I won't even talk about it. Sorry, GCW. But then the next night,
Who's in it?
About JC, it was Otis Cougar versus one called Manders. I don't know these two. That's why I didn't really.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look them up.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm gonna look them up and see what they're giving. I've honestly never heard of them. Then that's not rephrased.
To be fair, I turned the show off after
Yikes.
Sasha.
I haven't heard of them. I'm gonna look to their matches.
Yeah.
I am gonna do that. I always do that when Mike introduces me to new people that I may have not
that with
heard
Red
of.
Velvet. I remember I had told you
Oh,
about Red Velvet.
this is a Red Velvet Stan account because Black Wrestling Draws and
you looked her up right as we were on the show. He's like, "Oh,
I did."
Oh,
yeah.
She's like, "Oh, and she's Latino." Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love Red Velvet. So once again, Black Wrestling Draws, and yeah, I'm gonna look them up and see what they're giving, and I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, I don't know who they are." Flop. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's not me. I'm not that wrestling.
What I did, but
yikes.
Let me know how they are.
I'm not that wrestling fan. I'm always gonna look up people that I have not, may not have heard of, and I'm gonna look at their matches and determine to see. I'm not gonna just look at one. I'm gonna look at multiple. Be like, okay, I'm into them. Or they have talent, or something missing for me personally. But I'm always gonna give somebody a chance, unless they're like horrible.
Okay.
Awful.
Well, okay. Let me quickly address what happened the next night. So the next night was the. Hold on, give me 1 second. I can't wait for V's take on Paula. I'm gonna get it right. Paula.
Yeah.
Paula. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, all subject. No, it's all good. We're talking about.
No, I'm really gonna look. I'm gonna look into her, and I want to see. I don't watch 90 Day Fiance. I'm sorry, but I am gonna look into see what she has. If she has some kind of appeal, then I'm like, yeah, I can see her going far. Or it's like, ooh, her girl, hang it up. But I'm gonna be fair for most people.
Right. Okay. The next night we had GCW's Fight Club. This was headlined by GCW World Champion Jon Moxley versus Nick effing Gage. That was the main event, but before we got that, we had an Internet Championship match. It was Internet Championship versus Career. Matt Cardona versus Effie, who Effie defeated Matt Cardona last month. And shout out to Effie because Effie actually liked and retweeted my tweet from Battle Club. So shout out to Effie. Talented wrestler. Effie's
Effie, we all got paid. Sorry. I had to. It was right there. I'm sorry. Sorry,
right there,
Effie. I had. Okay, I'm done. But yes.
So yes, Effie lost to Matt Cardona. Okay, after there was a ref bump, and then this masked assailant came in there and low blowed Effie. And Matt Cardona.
Effie, you do got paid. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, good. Sorry, everybody. Okay.
So low blowed Effie, and Matt Cardona hit the Radio Silence. I was about to call it Rough Rider, but yeah, Maddie, Radio Silence. What is WWE gonna do? Sue us for saying Rough Rider?
How
Anyway,
about you worry about your women's division first?
Exactly. Exactly. Yo, oh man. All right, the New York just really came out of you.
Suck my dick. Fuck out of here. All right, go ahead.
After the match,
after the match,
shown that this masked assailant was none other than the hot mess herself, Chelsea Green, making her debut in GCW to help her fiance, Matt Cardona. So apparently Chelsea Green is now in GCW, and during the match, Effie went to hit Matt Cardona with a steel chair, but he actually hit his partner, Alley Catch, who I've actually seen Alley Catch work live. She's talented. She used to team with Veda Scott, also on the Independents. So Veda Scott, another one that I love, by the way. Love Veda Scott. Yeah. Love Veda Scott. Just want to put that out there. So it looks like we're gonna get a little tag team action coming up. It's probably gonna be Chelsea and Matt versus Effie and Alley. I'm with it. But that wasn't it. Thunder Rosa was also on this card. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but Joey Janela was also on the card. Marco Stunt, Leo Rush was on this card. A lot of people was on this card. But I want to get to the main event here. GCW Championship. Jon Moxley defeats Nick Gage after a Paradigm shift. Christian is in here too. Oh my God. Yo, all of my boys up there. Chris, what up, man? Yo, we got to do another podcast together, man. Whenever we get a chance. That's off topic, but we'll talk. But yes, Eric is wilding, but that's my boy. But anyway, Jon Moxley defeats Nick Gage after a Paradigm shift off the top rope through a glass plate gimmick thing. I don't even know. Like sick. So much blood. So much. It's just that was a death match. That was a death match. These guys are crazy.
Too much for me, personally.
Too much for you. You're not really into the death match thing.
When it's warranted, yeah, but I'm not a big death match person. I'm not Jim Cornette about it, but I was never a big death match fan unless the story leads to a death match. That's just me personally. But
yeah.
It was a lot. I saw a clip and I was like, this is too much for me.
Hold on, let's see. And what's the answer to Rikishi Thornton? Neither, Chris. I neither.
I need another shot of tequila.
I gave up liquor for the next 17 days. I might have to like.
I'll just do double for you and me.
Yeah, you might have to because. These are my friends. But anyway, guys.
Let me just be clear. Don't ever say anything about me again. Okay? There's no reason to be like, V, you're doing a lot. No. No. You can no longer say that.
You guys are going to get a stone off the Jeff Meacham network. But anyway, all right, so let's keep it going.
And it's not my fault this time.
This time, right? No,
all right, relax.
He's fine. Jeff loves us. Hey, Jeff, if you're watching, hey, man.
Hey, Jeff.
What's
sorry, not me this time.
He loves us. Jeff loves us.
Not me this time.
Yeah,
not me
this time. Let's keep going. We got to get to Raw. We're already almost an hour in.
Raw.
Let's talk about this weekend in wrestling. But Christian says I need a shot for myself. I choose death at these shows. yeah.
I mean, if you touch OJ's. Never mind. Moving on. Okay. I'll be moving on. All right.
All right. So Raw.
Shout out to Maya.
Yes, Raw. Maya. Give her flowers, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whew.
All right.
Anyway.
Drew McIntyre comes to the ring. Talks about challenging Biggie for Crown Jewel. The Usos come out, who don't even work there. They don't even go there.
They don't even go here.
They come out and a tag team match is made for the main event. Drew McIntyre and Big E versus the Usos after they super kick both baby faces. I'm trying to go through this quickly. What did you think about this opening segment?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was bad. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The New Day are interviewed ahead of their match. Xavier Woods versus Ricochet, which I did enjoy. I enjoyed a lot.
I think that was match of the night.
Okay. It might be, yeah. Xavier Woods defeats Ricochet to advance in the tournament. What do you think about this? Well, you already said that you think it's match of the night, but
Yeah, I think it was match of the night. This was the Ricochet that I've been wanting to see.
right.
Yeah. I really want Xavier Woods to win all of it. I think, he said he was going to make Kofi a world champion. He did that. He said he was going to make Biggie a world champion. He did that. And, he said he didn't really want a title like that. He wanted to be King of the Ring. And I really honestly, legitimately hopes that he gets that King of the Ring title. I think, not title, but, I hope he wins the whole entire thing.
Do you really think it's going to happen, though? I think you don't think it's too obvious at this point because he's been saying that he's going to win and to crown him and everything? Like,
I mean, knowing WWE, they'll give us something completely opposite. That's what got Baron Corbin. Yeah. I'd honestly be disappointed if Xavier didn't win. I'd be very disappointed if he didn't win, but I wouldn't be surprised. But,
okay. Yeah. Jonathan says that's his pick, meaning Xavier Woods. They got to give him something. Excuse me. He's the third wheel of singles accolades.
I wouldn't say third wheel. I wouldn't say third wheel. Technically, are they more accomplished than he is in WWE? Sure. But I think that Xavier Woods has given a lot to the business with New Day alone.
Yeah.
Like, he literally saved all of their careers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
he went to them with the idea, I think, for the whole group.
He saved their careers. So that is enough, honestly. Was he a US champ? I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up just to verify. It sounds familiar.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and continue. He saved their careers, honestly, because Kofi wasn't doing much then. The Biggie breakup with
crazy.
Jesus Christ! Everybody's fucking wilding tonight. It is not
Hope
me.
Bailey returns. I'm gonna Hope Bailey returns. Jack says Hope Bailey returns with a Sasha style outfit. Okay. All right. Hey.
Everybody's wilding tonight. It is not me, and I just want to go ahead and put this on fucking record. It is not King D wilding out tonight. Unleash that ass. It's not me. It's not me. But Xavier Woods has given so much to WWE in general. When he started, when he was with the Funkadactyls, even when he was with the Funkadactyls, excuse me, they treated him like he wasn't gonna make it far, and he turned the New Day into something that honestly I can say that I never saw coming.
Yeah, definitely. You can see what Jonathan says. Christian, thank you for joining us tonight, bro. I appreciate you. We'll definitely catch up free after this one. Christian, guys, I just want a little bit about Christian. He is a professional mixed martial artist. Okay, he is also a professional trainer. Okay, Christian has done a lot of so. Christian is definitely, you know what? If you want, we'll hook up something definitely, Chris. I'll talk to you later on, buddy. But be safe out there. We'll talk soon. Thanks for joining us. But yeah. As far as Xavier Woods is concerned, because they are going crazy in the comments right now. But as far as Xavier Woods is concerned, I think that Xavier Woods deserves it. I think he's earned it. Will they do it in typical WWE fashion? I don't know.
I want them to. I really want them to.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there. I wanted to see if he actually had won the United States Championship because it sounds familiar, but I am not sure. Let me check. I know he's multi-time tag team champion, but
yeah, I'm gonna do my Googles also. We're live, pal.
Yeah, we're doing our Googles here right on the show.
We
But
grown shit. We're human.
exactly. Let me see. He was title. I don't think he had. Let me see.
It doesn't. He was in a tournament.
He was in a tournament, right? I see that also.
He was in the tournament, but it doesn't look like he has won. Nope.
No, he never won he never won the United States Championship. He's never had a singles title in WWE.
No.
He's only had tag team championships. I'm looking it up right now.
Yep, I'm looking. I'm double checking.
Xavier is the working man's wrestler right now. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and people forget how good of a wrestler he is until he gets into that ring because he's usually the mouthpiece, and he's a jokester with the excuse me. I know my instruments because I was in band. Him and his trombone. There we go. Correct.
Yeah.
That's just still fun. It is fun. It's just funny. It's just
hilarious.
it's just funny. But I think that even if he has never won, even if he never wins a title,
I
think that WWE David Woods has had a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah,
hurt, and I think that he would be a perfect person to win King of the Ring. I think the pop would be crazy. You have Kofi getting his moment in 2019. You have Biggie getting his moment, cashing in. And all Xavier really wants, or Austin, all he really wants is the King of the Ring. And I think they should give it to him.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going right to Jonathan's comment here. He was dope in TNA. Long live Consequences Creed. I'm going right to Jonathan's comment here. Yeah, I definitely think that. I definitely think that.
Fucking out. I'm out.
I definitely think that.
I'm fucking out.
Dope in TNA, and I think that he could be a legitimate singles competitor. When given the opportunity. Hey V, what's up, buddy? Yeah, and I can't even. The crazy thing, I it's not posted on the other feeds, but it definitely still on our YouTube feed. So yeah.
If you want to see the comment, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't have anything. I don't have it today.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So let's keep it going here. Obviously he's a Bailey fan. To say the least. Yeah, so the Hurt Business defeated Mansoor and Mustafa Ali. The Queen's Crown tournament. Shayna Baszler versus Dana Brooke. Shayna defeats Dana Brooke in about a minute and a half or so, 2 minutes.
That makes sense.
And Shayna moves on. Yeah.
This was Dana, the only one that made sense.
Is Dana on her way out now?
I personally think that Dana would benefit going back to NXT.
Yeah.
Look what it did for Mandy.
True.
I think that Dana. It's unfortunate because they had something going with Mandy and Dana as a tag team, and then they just got rid of that.
Yeah.
And it is not like Dana's not trying to improve. It's like you see the woman trying to work, and they do stuff like that. Is Dana on her way out? I don't know. I don't know. I hope not, because I feel like Dana's a bodybuilder. She has a great physique, and it just I don't know. I feel bad for Dana because it's like she's lost in the sauce. and it's like she's drowning, and I can't say that it's her fault. It's that they don't do anything with her.
He's got to be trolling. All right, I'll put it up. In a world where there's plenty of old timers returning, would Randy Rector come back to do something for ratings?
As long as she has Cyndi Lauper with her.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Well, as far as Dana's concerned, you did say last week that if they're not going to do anything with her, release her. You said that on the show.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Did
You did.
I said send her back to NXT.
I think you said either release her or send her back to NXT.
I was under the high grade of the tree. I don't remember. But and I'm gonna stand by that because it's like a lot of people here, or a lot of people on that roster, are here for a reason.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not like the woman just doesn't want to wrestle. She wants to wrestle. She's been campaigning to get matches and to get something. So she clearly cares about the business. You know, she wants to get better. She wants to improve. She wants to prove, you know, the people that doubt her wrong. And it's like they're not giving her the chance. And you would think because of a certain old man's obsession with blondes and, you know, another person's obsession with models. And let's be, Dana's a fitness model.
Yeah.
And, you know, she does competition and stuff like that. So it's not like she doesn't have what it is in that burial from, you know, Loose Net Corey. It was unnecessary to me.
He kind of calmed down this week though. He didn't really bury her this week.
That was a lot. I'm sorry. I stand by what I said last week. That was a lot. And it's just it's unfortunate how Dana really got lost in the sauce because her NXT character was pretty good and she was good in the ring, and it's like they didn't use her and the playtime is over. Like, bring that back.
Yeah.
It's like, bring that back. There's so much. There's a lot that you can do with older people that's not being used in some way, shape, or form, and they're just not doing it. And it's like I see something. I personally, me, King B, only King B, I see something in Dana that maybe, you know, women's champion, but like a mid-card type of situation.
Yeah.
And her character in NXT was like really good. And, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they did completely that. They made her a lackey for Charlotte. And
yeah, I remember that.
she was getting her ass beat every week.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you put her with Dana. I was like, okay. I mean, see me, not Dana. Put her with Mandy. And like, okay, we got a tag team. You know, we're lacking tag teams. You know, gives her something to do, gets her on TV, you know, gets her to be wrestling, working with other people. And then, you know, at least with Shayna Baszler, it made sense for her to lose in 2 minutes because Shayna Baszler has been Shayna Baszling. And I think I just made her last name a verb. But
you did.
I did.
You did.
But you know, Shayna's gonna Shayna, and you know that makes sense. They're building her back up, but I just feel bad for Dana because I legitimately like her. I do.
Yeah. So, firstly, Jonathan said KO, Ricochet, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, Ruby Soho. Yeah, just talking about talent, they could have did a lot more for, and you know, it's crazy. And then Jonathan also says I fell in love with Dana when she was the PTP.
Oh, the primetime players.
Yeah. You know. What happened? What?
Do that. Don't do that. Yeah.
No.
I'll tell you why.
Explain it to me after.
I'll explain it to you why. Don't do that.
Okay. Explain it to me after. Yeah.
I'll explain it to you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Titus? Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Worldwide?
Yeah. Shout out to the men of Omega Test Opportunity Incorporated. Anyway, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was going to you further afterwards, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a. Oh, okay. All right. I
Yeah.
didn't. Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, okay. Anyway, she had potential to take the valet role and turn it into a good wrestling story. Yes, I agree.
Oh God.
Omegas don't play. I see that. All right.
God.
Well, I guess you told me. All right. So anyway. All right. Riddle
Okay.
versus Omos. Omos defeats Riddle. Keep going here. Jeff Hardy loses to Austin Theory via roll up. King of the Ring tournament. Jinder Mahal, the former WWE champion, going up against Kofi Kingston, the former WWE champion. Jinder Mahal defeats Kofi Kingston, which means we're not getting the Kofi Xavier Woods match that everybody thought that we was gonna get. I am not gonna post the last comment, but I will say this other comment here: bring Jordan Grace to WWE. I think Jordan Grace is extremely talented. I think that Jordan would do great in WWE. I definitely will say that. I'm not gonna read the last comment, but yeah, I will agree that Jordan Grace is an extremely talented individual.
She's very talented. Very
here's where I checked out. Okay, you checked out at Jinder Mahal versus Kofi Kingston, correct? Okay, well, this is why I'm saying don't be surprised if Xavier Woods does not win this whole thing. But that's all I'm gonna say. What are you gonna say, V?
I kind of figured that we weren't getting Kofi and Xavier. When I saw that bracket, I was like, okay, we can get Kofi and Xavier, but after the first round or whatever, I was like, yeah, we're not getting Kofi and Xavier. That's just not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to see it. I really did. And
no, me too. No, let's not sit here and pretend I didn't. I did, but it was not gonna happen.
Were there any talks to balance the women and men's rosters in WWE?
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Okay, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. This was just craziness. Everybody was fighting everybody. The match got stopped and then it got restarted and then it got stopped again. So basically, no contest here. Just they had a tag team match, but then, like I said, it just got stopped because everybody started fighting each other. The partners started fighting each other. So Becky rocked Sasha with a manhandle slam, and that was the end of this segment pretty much. I mean, I kind of wanted a match, but I get why we didn't have a finish here. Okay. Jonathan says, this is how I know Xavier is going to win. Jinder Mahal on his best day isn't beating Kofi Kingston. But he did. So to prevent the New Day from fighting each other, they gave Jinder the win. Yeah, I mean, I could see but then why even book it where Kofi and Xavier are in the tournament if you were never gonna do that? You know, I mean, Kofi doesn't need King of the Ring. He's already a former WWE champion, you know. So but yeah, I could see that being the reason why Jinder won, but you know, whatever. Piper Niven versus Natalya.
I'm so glad you called her Piper Niven because I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Piper Niven defeats Natalya. And she advances to the next round. This match was like all of 4 minutes. What did you think of this?
So I'm glad Piper didn't accidentally hurt Natalya again. This whole booking of the Queen's, let's see.
Queen's Gambit is what you're about to call it?
I'm going to Queen's Boulevard. But
I want to leave.
Queen's Boulevard.
For all the people that are not from New York, that is a main boulevard in Queens, New York. But
I don't know why I was about to say the Queen's Boulevard. But the Queen's Crown, the Queen, whatever. That bullshit. It just that booking is it's just been awful. It's awful. The
Yeah.
whole tournament itself has been awful. Like, okay, if Shayna wins, this is like, okay, I'm bored. Not because Shayna's not a good wrestler. It's just like it's obvious,
Yeah.
and it's not even obvious to the point that it's obvious to the point that it's not fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me read Jack's comment real quick. He
Okay.
says they've had a healthy amount of female wrestlers in WWE, or they have a healthy amount of female wrestlers in WWE. Maybe when Stephanie and Triple H take over, they'll ramp up the numbers in the female division. Maybe.
Mm. You know, Stephanie just does things for optics, and I'm just gonna leave that there. So let's move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I do think that it'll be more of the same when Triple H and Stephanie take over, just because I think that they are going to carry on what Vince wanted, and I think that she's his daughter, right? So I think that I don't think it's going to be that much of a change. It might be a little different. It might be a little different, but I don't think it'll be that much of a change. Or they could have put them on opposite sides of the bracket and had them fight in the finals. They could have. The problem is they're on the same show, so that wouldn't have, that wouldn't have worked. Yeah. And having Xavier win. Okay. Let's keep going. So we can get ready to get out of here. So we have Biggie and Drew McIntyre versus the Usos in the main event. Biggie and Drew McIntyre lose to the Usos via count out. Because Biggie and Drew just could not get along. That was the story of the show. Drew lays out E with the Claymore to go off the air and to build to Crown Jewel. What did you think?
One counts for the whole show.
Okay. It's interesting because before we went on, you were saying that you might enjoy it a little bit more than I did.
Oh, just because I enjoyed it more doesn't mean that it was still in one count.
Okay. I'm with you on the one count. Like, I didn't tap out of the shell. I just didn't. It's really that one kick.
Look, I will say this: I enjoyed Raw more than SmackDown.
Yeah, no, I still enjoyed SmackDown more than I enjoyed Raw.
SmackDown was awful, but
I thought Raw was just as bad. So now they're gonna play. Hold on, let's see. Now is Drew gonna play the heel in this story? Is what Jonathan asks. I think he's already been kind of teasing that for weeks now. He's been already teasing being heel
after Crown Jewel.
I mean, you could do tweener Drew McIntyre versus Biggie babyface, but yeah. Let's cover NXT quickly and then we'll get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna make it quick. Okay. We had Tommaso Ciampa versus Joe Gacy. I didn't care. Just moving on.
I like
Ciampa wins. I'm not a fan of Joe Gacy for reasons. And then we have I don't want to fuck up his name. It's Malik Blade and
Zion.
Sorry, Zion. I believe it's Zion. I'm sorry if I have that incorrect. Zion Quinn. The winner was Zion Quinn. After the finish, Then we had the debut of Ivy Nile in Valentina Feroz.
I heard that. Definitely make sure that you put your Latino, I know.
Anyway, moving on. But that was actually a really impressive debut by Ivy Nile.
You spoiled it, Jonathan. You spoiled it. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Don't put the comment up there. We're gonna get there, Jonathan.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Ivy Nile won after a torture rack. Really good torture rack too.
She tried to close her hands, but she couldn't. She couldn't really.
Couldn't.
But it
was impressive. Diamond Mine is really impressive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna move it through quickly. You have Julius Creed versus Ichiman Jiro.
Didn't care.
And Julius Creed wins the match.
Yeah.
We have Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner versus Pete Dunne and Rich Holland.
Yep.
We have the winner being Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly being the winners.
I like that. I like that they actually they being Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly. I like that they let Wagner and Holland be the ones that was in there working, because O'Reilly and Dunne are the veterans, and I like the fact that they were the ones that let the younger guys get some shine there. And I think that this is Holland's send to the main roster. Just want to comment on that. Also, before you keep going, hold on, Mandy. Didn't Mandy start up the show?
Oh no, yeah,
that was awesome. Also,
yeah, Mandy Rose. I hope she beats Magacita.
Me too.
I really do.
Me too.
And next week,
like, yes, Mandy.
Yeah, she was really. I think this is the best that I've seen Mandy, and I wish we would have gotten this on the main roster. We have Duke Hudson. We almost did. We had Duke Hudson and Grayson Waller. I really didn't care about this match, but it was really well done. Duke Hudson wins. We have Indy Hartwell and Persia Pirotta.
I love Indy.
Versus a Sarai, and Amari Miller. And Indy gets the win with her elbow drop.
Can I just say, Amari's impressive, but and I'm gonna say why. She bumps really well. Again, this is go for the pin, right? So we don't just sit here and just talk about the reviews and the ways that other people do. We look for other things, right? So, she takes a really go back and watch that match. She takes a really good flat back bump. Really, really good. I just want to give Amari credit for her bumping and feeding skills is what we would say in the biz, right? So,
yes.
All right. Yeah.
So, of course, Indy Hartwell gets what I believe she calls her elbow drop pretty savage. I believe she does.
Pretty savage, yeah.
And before I get to the main event, I just want to highlight a couple of things. Yep. Besides, we already talked about Mandy Rose. I was going to get there. So Lash Legend, who I love.
I actually like this segment.
I like this segment. I really like Lash Legend. I feel like she has something going here with this Wendy Williams-esque program. And then we have Tony D'Angelo, who is over as hell already. And she, like, nigga caught a body in the fucking trunk. Like,
and I love that they called him Mark. That was another, that was also pretty, ribbon on a square, as we like to say. Mark, yeah, so, yeah.
It was really well done. I see a huge future for him. A huge future. I'll see a huge future for Lash Legend. I just like her. She's so infectious.
And apparently she can sing.
Oh, yeah, she can sing. I believe she was a basketball player in college. I don't remember which one. I believe she went to HBCU for college. I don't remember which one, but I am going to look that up again. But she has a lot of charisma. Yeah. I'm wanting to see what she can do in a ring when it comes time. But she has a whole lot of charisma, and it shows. And just real quick, to you, knuckle dragging young man that decided to be like, oh, this is who Naomi thinks she is. Go jump in the ocean and breathe deep. What is with you? What is with certain wrestling fans? And every time a black person or a black woman specifically, because you really mainly do this to black women, comes on the screen, you want to compare it to every single black woman in the fucking business. Please do us all a favor and expire. I'm tired. I'm so tired. But I really love Lash Legend. I hope Tony D'Angelo gets on Lashing Out. I just want it. I think they're building up to that. I just want it. I do. And it's something else that I wanted to talk about on NXT about how fucking Hit Row. Since we're gonna get to we're going to the main event. Before the show, Hit Row got kidnapped, basically.
As everybody does in the
because the fucking NXT parking lot is a very dangerous place to be. I just don't understand. And I feel like I gotta have like my weapons to be in that damn parking lot. I'm not gonna say which ones, but I'm my weapons to be in the fucking parking lot because niggas getting snatched up.
Yeah.
But going to the end.
And I love how like Swerve was walking in front. And then
with Beats headphones on, you can hear shit.
Like, yeah.
But we get to the main event. We get to the main event. We have the NXT North American title match. Santos Escobar with Legado del Fantasma versus Isaiah Swerve Scott by his goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaiah Swerve Scott actually pulled off the win
Yeah.
with some help
Yeah.
from Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes.
My boy.
With 5 minutes left on the show.
You caught that. All right. Yes.
So when I realized when Isaiah Swerve Scott won,
Yeah.
I realized it was like 9:55, and I was like,
55
yeah,
around
it's
there.
not 50. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And when I saw that
In time, everybody.
he was there, and I was like, Eastern time, yeah. When I saw that happened, then I was like, oh, it's about to happen.
I'm all for it. V needs an Emmy. I'm all for it. Yes. Give that man his things.
For your consideration. Go for the pin for your consideration. But that's podcast. Just create it. Just give it to us. Anyway, when I figured out that it was like 9:50 something, I was like, oh, this is about to happen.
Yeah.
So, Swerve gets helped by Trick and Carmelo, and I was like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, boom, helps him up, boom, clothesline. I was like, oh,
Swerve.
here it is.
Pun intended.
Here it is. It's all puns
Swerve,
intended.
bro. Yeah, swerve, bro.
And this axe kick, top rope axe kick, so beautiful.
So it was a leg
With
drop,
the
but it was
swerve.
axe kick?
A leg drop, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, Carmelo Hayes, brand new NXT North American Championship.
Well earned.
Well deserved. I if it wouldn't have been 9:55, I would have been like, okay, I want to see where they're gonna go with this.
I love the Money in the Bank touch.
Yeah,
too.
it was a good Money in the Bank touch.
You know what? I like the fact that they didn't wait to Swerve was up and are you ready? Are you ready to go? Can you go? Nope. As soon as Carmelo said I'm cashing in my contract, they rang the bell. Let's go.
That's it. And
I like that.
For all intents and purposes, Isaiah Swerve Scott has made a career for himself in NXT. His matches with Leo Ruff, not Rush. Leon Ruff.
Yeah.
Were so good. That story there, the genesis or the planting seeds of Hit Row, were there, and to see where he has been and where he's gonna go, I'm very excited for his next chapter, as well as the rest of Hit Row's chapter in their careers. I just wish Isaiah Swerve Scott had a little bit more title defenses for his NXT title.
Yeah.
And but I think he's gonna do well. I also think that they should call up Legado del Fantasma. I don't think they should put them on SmackDown per se, even though they could, live the feud. I think that I think they're all main. Well, Electra Lopez just needs a little bit more work personally, but I think that they would kill on the main roster also, and I see big things for all of them. So shout outs to Isaiah Swerve Scott, shout outs to Hit Row. For the short time that you all were a unit on the main roster, I think you're going to go into bigger, better things. I hope that y'all are not ruined by Vince and Co. And Co, it means for cocaine. I wish them all the best. And Carmelo Hayes being the new kid on the block and NXT, I think that he's going to be big, and it's so much talent in the NXT 2.0. It's for me, and I'm not going to speak for you, but for me, it's starting to feel like how it was back then when NXT first started.
Yeah,
with all of these new faces, and these people are making a name for themselves, and they're getting bigger, and they're able to, become one with the crowd, and work the crowd. And I feel like NXT 2.0 is gonna. I think NXT 2.0 is gonna be good, but overall, I'm gonna give NXT 2.0 because I've really enjoyed it. It's the only show I enjoyed this week. I'm gonna give it an airfall. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. I like the build up for Halloween Havoc. We have Mandy versus Raquel. We have it looks like we're gonna get a three-way tag team match for the tag team titles. Um, we have Braun Breaker versus Tommaso Ciampa in the main event. Halloween Havoc. It's looking like it's building up to be something. So yeah, I'll give it an airful as well. Nearfall and yeah, that's wrestling this week.
It
You
is,
know?
and just before we finish, I do want to congratulate the inspiration
Yes, Cassie and
for
Jesse.
for being signed to Impact Wrestling, which I called.
Yeah,
I think that they're going to do very well. I think the Knockouts division is really good.
Jonathan gives NXT a nearfall as well. Sorry, just had to jump in there. Okay.
I think the Knockouts division is really, really good.
Yeah.
I think if they got on a bigger network,
Mm-hmm.
I think they could do a little bit more numbers, or like a reliable network.
Yeah.
I think they can do.
It still didn't record last week, V. My Impact Wrestling didn't record last week.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I'm gonna have to watch it on Twitch or something. Like I think they put the whole show on Twitch. I'm gonna have to like watch it there. I'm gonna reach out to my Impact next and see what's going on because this is not good. But as you were saying,
And then whoa, go back. Impact is Impact, the women's division. Just looking at the roster in general, just so good. There's so much good talent there. I think that Cassie and Jesse are gonna work just fine there. I'm glad they went to Impact instead of AEW, which everybody thought they were gonna go to because of one of their husbands. And
yeah.
I think it was a good move because I think that Impact needs more knockouts or knockout tag team knockouts, knockouts tag team. You know what I'm trying to say? More tag teams and knockouts division. There we go. Wow. Hey Tequila. But I'm excited for them. They are going up for a tag team title match at Bound for Glory.
Yeah. Yes. Bound for Glory.
There you go. Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
Okay. Bound for Glory, and I'm excited, and I hope they win. I think that they could. Maybe it not, but I think that they're gonna. I think they're gonna do well.
So Jonathan says, I do too. Jonathan says, please go watch Jessica's interview with Chris Van Fleet. Love Chris. Tremendous interview. Is it an old interview? Because I did see, I saw one that she did like a little bit after she left WWE. So is this like a new one? Let me know. And Jack asks, whatever happened to Lucha Underground? Jack, Lucha Underground was canceled, I believe, a few years ago. I am not that familiar with Lucha Underground. I did watch a few matches. I saw a few shows, but I think Lucha Underground was canceled by the network that they're on. Jonathan says it's new. Okay, I'll check it out. But yeah, as far as Lucha Underground, I thought Lucha Underground was unique for what they did. It was a different way of filming, a different way of shooting. And actually, Lucha Underground was probably the beginning of what became like WWE's version of cinematic matches. Yeah. So if it wasn't for Lucha Underground, they wouldn't have had the idea for these type of cinematic matches. So yeah, I'm not gonna crap on Lucha Underground. I think there's a lot of great talent that was there. Brian Cage was there. I think who else was Ray Phoenix, John Morrison, Taya Valkyrie, or Frankie Monet. Melina was there. A lot of great talent was down there at Lucha Underground. So yeah, nothing bad to say about Lucha Underground. And if there's not any more questions, we'll get ready to get up out of here. Make sure that you guys check out AEW this week coming up. They're competing with SmackDown. Tony says he couldn't wait to go head to head with WWE's A show. So let's see, Tony. Let's see what happens here. Jonathan says Lucha Underground was lit when they first started. They just flamed out. Yeah. I'm definitely not gonna read the last comment there. Anyway, thank you for joining us on Go for the Pin. You can find us at Go for the Pin _show on Twitter.
Instagram.
On Instagram, sorry. And then it's Go for the Pin show on Twitter.
Yeah.
King V, please let everybody know where they can find you so we can get up out of here.
Father Jesus Christ, oh God. So you can find me on Instagram at KingV_the_ruler and on Twitter at _watch my throne.
Yeah. I'll see you guys next week to talk about blood money on pay-per-view.
Y'all can talk about blood money. But Midnight's gonna do it.
And like I said, Bryan Danielson versus Suzuki on YouTube this week. That's gonna be a banger right there. And I think Bobby Fish is wrestling Lee. I don't want to mess up his last name. Mortality. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's talented. He's talented. So those are the two matches that are promoted for the AEW buy-in that's going on YouTube this Friday, and then AEW Rampage will be live at 10 o'clock Eastern time, going head-to-head with SmackDown. So all the time we have for tonight. A lot of people in the chat room tonight, so we appreciate it. And we are here every week, everybody. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we will see you guys next time on Go for the Pin. Peace.